I was in Cleveland, I'd be doing everything I could to have Dylan or Sheduer as my starting quarterback.
Well, he's trying to move on. I think that Sheduer will be starting by week 6 to 8. Dart is not better than Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson. Jameis Winston provides a lot. Jameis Winston is the perfect backup because he's going to be comfortable backing up Russ, or he's going to be comfortable mentoring Dart. I'm going to side with Aaron on this one. Someone like Terry Bradshaw. Just because you won Super Bowls as a quarterback, that don't stop you from being criticized, and you just can't open season criticize everyone. I don't know Aaron Rodgers, and I think that a guy that's played in the league, he's probably the least understood of a player that's played 20 years at that position.
All right, guys, welcome to Fully Loaded, episode 60. We are on our way. Not only make 50, we made 60. How you doing, Cris Carter?
All good, man. All good.
So check this out, dude. Total views. I was prompted because I went online and they were ranking all the sports podcasts. And then I was like, damn, if they rank them in the top 5, I wonder how many total views they have in the same time period as us.
Right.
That seems like a good comparison. And we have 10,287,698 views when we started May 13th, 2024.
All right, timeout.
Yes, sir.
And we like to thank the people for that.
There you go.
Without you, that's what that is. All right? We don't get them 10 million. We probably make 28, 30 and everything. But thank you for being attentive. Thank you for logging. Thank you for subscribing. Go ahead, doctor.
Yo, I got nothing to say after that. That's a good way to end it. So, but unbelievably impressive, and I'm very, very, very thankful as well.
Oh, no.
So, but and
let's do 60 more.
We're gonna in the rankings. Hey, don't believe all the rankings, because if we got more views than you can't be ranked higher than us. That's all I'm saying too. But thank you to what y'all do. So, all right, we're gonna start with my man Aaron Rodgers. Just when I thought I couldn't find something to like about him, I did.
Come on, there's no room.
I found something.
Okay, all right.
So he was talking about, because we understand, growing up, and I was an Elway guy, Yankee guy, when I thought Steinbrenner was going to draft Elway.
Okay.
And then obviously played with the Broncos, wore number 7. I'm like, that's my guy. Love watching play. Got a couple of Super Bowls. I was happy. I got to go see him. And I remember Bradshaw running his mouth about him back in the day, about the draft and the whole deal. He always said, man, Bradshaw was always all over me. So Terry Bradshaw had said some stuff about Aaron Rodgers we read recently. And then Rodgers' response was, I've known Terry for a long time, being a part of Fox. He said Saturday NFL Network, Terry's a legend. He's an absolute legend. He won 4 Super Bowls. He's had a legendary career in media. But Terry, like a lot of people, don't know me. So he's got no idea of what he thinks about me based on what I've done. I've said darkness retreat, whatever. Then he said, I like this. He said, I'd love to get to know Terry on a deeper level if he's open to it. And maybe we can go chew some bark or whatever the hell he's talking about together. Which I thought was good. Like, I got to give good for you, Aaron. That was good.
Right.
Like, that was quick. That was sharp. Terry, I mean, he's protective. He likes the way stuff's done. What do you think about I mean, first of all, do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good season this year?
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to give us the best that he's got.
Okay.
And I guarantee you that, he's looking at this as his last season. And he's got a certain amount of pride in his overall performance. But, I'm going to side with Aaron on this one, because the longer you stay in this business and, someone like Terry Bradshaw, like, just because you won Super Bowls as a quarterback or were on the team, like, that don't stop you from being criticized, and you just can't open season criticize everyone.
Right.
Now, I think that it's personal with Terry Bradshaw and Aaron Rodgers, so that's getting in the way of his commentary and his expertise. But I really haven't heard anything Terry Bradshaw would say in the last 5 to 10 years is interesting.
What would you find it?
How would you describe the game has passed him by.
Got it.
Now he does a good job on Fox entertaining people, but no one is tuning into the pregame show to hear Terry Bradshaw, what he thinks about the players today, what they're doing. If you go to Fox, you're going for Jay Glazer, what's the scoop? You're going for Howie Long, professional, still attached to the game. You're going to Michael Strahan, the way he analyzes it. He's still in it, and he's still got great relationships in the game. And you're going to Gronk. Like, that's why they brought Gronk on, to be a fresh voice with these relationships with the players. So, no, people aren't But I'm with Aaron. You can only say so much, respect for Terry and everything, but you're getting a little carried away at this point.
Well, you
overanalyzing me
without knowing anything about me.
Yes.
So hey, fully loaded.
I say that all the time about Aaron Rodgers.
I know you
Man,
do.
I don't know him.
I know you do.
But these are the people that have been around him, and these are the situations with inside the locker rooms that he has been in, Green Bay and the Jets. But I always tell people, like, I don't know Aaron Rodgers, and I think that if a guy that's played in the league for 20 years is prominent, he's probably the least understood of a player who's played 20 years at that position.
Which is intentional on his part, too.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a game.
Like, that's cool. Yeah,
correct.
absolutely.
So you kind of get that, too. But, hey, don't underestimate a dude with a chip on his shoulder, especially one that has MF'd. Literally, I got this on my own.
Right. I do like him better in Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin than I ever liked the situation with the Jets.
Yeah. It would be the ultimate way to go out if you've had one hell of a season. So, all right. Dan Orlovsky says that of the 4 quarterbacks in Cleveland that we still keep talking about, it should only be Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. I do not think all 4 quarterbacks should have a chance to start. If I was in Cleveland, I'd be doing everything I could to have Dillon or Sheduer as my starting quarterback. Is that what you think is going to end up happening in Cleveland?
Well, he's trying to move on. I think that Sheduer will be starting by week 6 to 8.
Who do you think is going to start game 1?
I think I said Kenny Pickett before.
You did.
Because they traded for him, and he's just got more experience than them. And I think because they got so many quarterbacks, the reps become important. So if I'm Dillon Gabriel or if I'm Shedeur Sanders, am I going to get enough reps to beat these guys out? Because you can't beat them out on paper.
Correct.
You can't beat them out, watching film, but, it's still a tragedy for Sheduer, to be in this conversation. Like, I was with the Vikings this past week for training camp. And, one of the coaches, came up to me on the side and was like, man, I know it was tough because you and Dion are close. But, man, what you said about Sheduer, it was so right. He said, it was like you were talking to people that were in the room. I said, I talked to people that were in the room.
Yeah.
He said, well, you didn't call me, but I was in the room. And, one of his answers was they asked him who was his favorite quarterback. And he was like, oh, I don't even really watch the NFL. I'm not really into football like that. I don't watch too much NFL football. And the coach was like, oh, my God. Like, he was like, if Dion could be in here and hear this, like, he would snap. Like, if there's 10 answers, that's the one you don't say. So he shouldn't even be in this position. We should be talking about him like Cam Ward. I was in Nashville last week. Man, they love Cam Ward. They hang on every word he said from a positive standpoint. The coach was even talking about he was trying to call the play in his ear and was trying to tell him to shut up because he was talking, and Cam Ward recited back exactly what he said and still talking trash to the defense.
So coach is like, okay, you got it.
He was like, I'd never seen that before.
Yeah.
So it lets you know. So it's, man, that drafting position is critical.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't. Sheduer is going to be the starting quarterback, I think, by midseason, yes.
So when you talk about Gronkowski, so when Gronk was interviewing, I remember this when it happened back in the day, and he's talking about a lot, with the Patriots. He said he fell asleep. He said they drew a play up on and he was like, they erased it. And he's like, I couldn't draw that play back up. I have no idea what he's talking about. He said, but what I do know is you throw me the ball, I'll get you some yards. That's all I can tell you.
Yes.
So what's the difference? Because Patriots, they're big on Gronk. Because he was a clown. He fell asleep.
Well, Gronk is a freak.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of great athletes playing tight end.
So even come out of Arizona, he was just so.
So when you look at how Belichick wanted to play, like, this is a guy that fits that bill. Also, remember, right after they drafted Hernandez. So he was putting a lot of resource into the tight end position.
Yeah.
Now, Gronk ended up being one of the best ever.
Correct.
Belichick, that's one of his best draft picks.
No
Him
doubt.
and Tom Brady, best draft picks. But Gronk had a different set of worries. No one ever said Gronk don't want to work out. No one ever said, man, he don't love football. People worry about his back, getting hurt, doing all that power clinging, all them Olympic lifting he was doing with his crazy brothers.
And all the other shit he was doing.
but he had never gotten in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
Everyone on his teams loved him. You know, so that's a different proposition. And he went in the second round.
Yeah. No, he did. No.
That's way different than that fourth round.
Yeah. Amen. So, all right. So the Giants, coach Daboll.
Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll.
Sorry, I got it wrong. Daboll.
Yeah, like
it'll be the last time
like,
we say
no. It's like Shawn is the bald.
Shawn is the bald. Yeah, Daboll.
Daboll.
He is bald and will be unemployed after this season. And here's that. So he came out and decided, I can't wait. I got to let everybody know that Russ is a starter. Jackson Dart ain't going to start. What's your guy, Tommy what? What do you call him? Tommy DeVito? What's he?
Oh, the Italian Stallion?
Italian Stallion, Tommy Dimes? No, that was...
No, Danny Dimes.
Danny
we got rid of
Dimes.
him.
I got
we let
him.
him go.
You Danny Dimes. You got
we
the
got
Italian
rid of him.
Stallion. So you're fine with Tommy
Danny
DeVito.
Dimes is competing for a job with the Indianapolis Colts.
Is he really competing?
Oh, yes, because the other guy's going to get hurt. Muscle man. Well, he's going to get hurt. He's going to run into somebody and get hurt.
By accident going to be playing.
Yes.
Okay, so he'll be back. All right. And they got Jameis Winston there. Is this to make sure Russ ain't uncomfortable? Is this because Russ is by far the only shot? And should Dart have any chance to quarterback that team this year?
Dart is not better than Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson.
Okay.
And the head coach through OTAs and everything, he knows it's clear.
Okay.
But he also removed the New York pressure and the media from Dart by making that announcement. There is no world that exists that Dart, after being in training camp for a week, is better than Russell Wilson.
How about Winston?
Jameis Winston provides a lot. Jameis Winston is the perfect backup because he's going to be comfortable backing up Russ, or he's going to be comfortable mentoring Dart. They know that. That's why he's going to be able to stay in the league a long time. That's how Teddy Bridgewater was able to stay in the league a long time, because these guys have the disposition. You know, they are coaches on the field. They are study, and they also know I'm not going to get in the way of what the program. I'm going to be ready if I have to. But I know I'm not the priority, and if they have a draft pick or a younger player, I'm going to make sure they get the right information. Jameis Winston, a great teammate. That's why he'll have a long NFL career, you know, as a backup. So that's to say, Dart is not ready, all right? Lane Kiffin does not have the audible system in his offense that gets people ready for pro football. So there is a huge learning curve for Jackson, for him to get ready to play against the Eagles, Washington, Dallas. Yeah, that offense, them scoring 40 points a game, is not transferable over to the NFL. Those wide splits, receivers way outside the numbers, close to the sideline. No. What Daboll is doing with the Giants is way, way different, and it's going to take some time and some preseason games. And to me, the only way he plays before midseason is if the quarterbacks are total failures.
Got it. Okay. Sticking with quarterbacks, Tua, they asked him the other day on a show, they asked him what he thought about his relationship with Tyreek. And he said that he's got to work that relationship up and build it up again. It's still a work in progress, not just for me, but for everybody. But like I said, he's working on himself. Dolphins missed the playoffs first time. Mike Daniel, after the loss, Hill told reporters, I'm out, bro. It was great playing here, but at the end of the day, I would do what's best for my career. Then Hill later said those were frustrating comments. And Tua talked about it's hard because he made those comments, and we're a team. And what are your thoughts on how he feels and talking to the media about it and talking for his teammates?
Well, this is the unfortunate situation with Tua. Of the 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, he's the only one that has to make concessions for his star receiver. No one else is doing that. There is no other training camp that the media is asking the quarterback, hey, Patrick Mahomes, how are you and Kelsey doing? Mm-hmm. Up in Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy throwing the J.J. and a bunch of other, Jordan Adams, hey, how's your relationship with those guys? So to me, it's a strange question. And his answer is not a good one. I'm working on it. Man, you should be working on different pass patterns, different combinations. Like, you're working, and Tua's a great guy. Like, Tua's a great guy. For him to say that, it lets me know.
It's real bad.
It lets me know what Tyreek Hill has taken them through.
Yeah.
So this is more of a Tyreek Hill thing And these outbursts are more him, and they're trying to defuse the situation and placate to him because there's no other quarterback that's under that situation. Nowhere are they asking that question.
Correct. But it's got to be bad for him to talk to the media about it. He's got to have no other answer.
And this is the bad part because he couldn't tell the truth.
Yeah.
That answer right there is not the truth. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere shaded in the middle, but it's not the truth. Mm-hmm. It's either Tyreek didn't want to have anything to do with me, was not happy with his role, and he wanted new money, and now he's blaming me for it.
Correct.
Because his numbers suffer every time Tua get hurt. So he's mad I got a soft head.
Yo, when I'm playing, he's getting good numbers.
Oh, great numbers.
I can't affect.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing my job when I'm on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he was at record-breaking pace a couple
100%.
times.
He was doing great.
2,000-yard season, bro, was on its way, and then.
No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, George Pickens. He said, he's now in Dallas, said, I'm definitely excited to run better plays. Calling his first practice with his new team a breath of fresh air and a fresh start he was looking for this off season. Is that a fair jab at the Steelers?
No, he's not. George knows this. He said that he's going to run better routes.
Okay, not better plays.
No.
Okay.
Which means I'm going to be a little more mature and also be consistent. And guess what? I'm also the second best receiver here with C.D. Lamb, who's considered top 5 in the NFL. So I better chill out. And I then got traded once.
Correct.
And I know he's going to be on his best behavior. You know the reason why? It's the most predictable thing in sports.
What's contract year? That'll happen.
Oh, man, you could take him to a nunnery.
He'll be a model citizen.
He'll be in the nunnery like, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that.
Nunnery. So it'll be a good season for Pickens.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's the right time.
Yeah.
You know, Dallas has done this with other players, change the scenery. They got there and were able to be highlighted and have the best portion, of their career. So it is a great situation. I do believe this is the best quarterback that he's ever had. Mm-hmm. And I do like their passing system over what they've run in Pittsburgh his whole career. So he should have the ability, even with C.D. Lamb, to have career numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if he had 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Wow.
George Pickens.
Big year.
Yeah, pick him up in fantasy.
All right. There's your fantasy tip for today.
It's no fantasy.
Don't miss that. All right. Harvard. Not that we needed a Harvard economics professor and Nobel Prize winner, Claudia Golden, but what Golden says is the players, we're talking about the WNBA, and have this analysis of basically lead had record 2024 season, historic viewership, attendance, merchandise sales, expansion teams will debut in Toronto, Portland, Philly, Detroit, and Cleveland in the next 5 years. In 26, the league will begin an 11-year media rights deal that's worth $2.2 billion. So they do all these numbers and break down the salaries, which I did not know the minimum salary in WNBA is $66,000. I didn't know it. $66,079, max $249, $244. Obviously, the NBA league minimum 1.27. Dudes are earning $50 million. And the WNBA will make at least $500 million in revenue next year. Yeah. Walk me through that, your thoughts on that number.
I told you the numbers were bad from the beginning, and now everyone's starting to get it because they have a winning TV deal, and they have the type of numbers that typically in any other sports league equates to success. Now, Shea Gilchrist, he just signed an extension.
Yeah.
MVP regular season, MVP postseason, NBA title to Oklahoma City, first one ever. Signed his contract. Said during his contract, one of the years, I'm pretty certain, or midway in his contract, he's going to be making $1 million a game.
That's a hell of an ROI in your time, bro.
$1 million a game. 82 games.
82
Dude's going to be making close to $80 million. Okay, so now they're partners. They own the WNBA, right?
Yep.
So to me, I don't know what kind of partner the NBA is, given when they got the new TV deal, when they got the new the European TV rights, the world TV rights, when they renegotiated the local TV rights, the players just kept getting bumped up. Because they say in business, high tide rises all boats. They're in the harbor. The women been sitting there. And then not only are they coming up on the men, but they're doing their own now.
No doubt.
I mean, the women got their own identity, but that business model, the minimum being 60-something thousand, and the maximum being 248, man, like, is this worth it, me going to college, all this stuff?
Correct.
I can go out and get me a regular job, dog.
100%. 100%.
And make more money than these women. Like, you know, it's not right. They're going to have to adjust that. And given the profitability, $500 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
When you talk about, and they talk about if the players negotiate the right to take 50% of that $500 million, revenue sharing similar to what their counterparts in NBA, NFL, NHL, and Major League Baseball. That means 168 players at 26 NBA rosters would earn an average of $1.49 million, more than 10 times the league's current average salary.
Oh my gosh, game changer.
Game changer. It's hard now. How you're not going to share the money? You share it everywhere else. And you know what else they got, dude? They have theater. They fucking don't like each other.
Yeah, they got stories
genuinely
coming.
don't
Yeah,
like
they got
each
stories
other.
coming. They have
like
real sports stuff.
Yes.
Which is cool.
Correct. Which is what we used to have in the NBA.
The only problem with the things that the women have is that men reporting on it and talk about it are idiots because they don't give them the same value of Magic Bird. That's what got the NBA going again. And then Jordan Pistons, Jordan Knicks, Knicks Heat, real Heat. And we have so many men reporting on the game that don't give the women just, like the women can't have rivalries. The women can't be like, I hate him, I hate her. Like, that has helped the NBA grow by leaps and bounds. NFL, it's always been that way.
Correct.
They always promote that.
Which is what we like about watching it.
They always promote inside linebacker, talking trash, quarterbacks, talking trash.
Cornerback going to cover a wide receiver he hates.
Yes.
Talking shit the whole time, grabbing his face mask.
I mean,
fighting with him on the sideline.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need a dose of reality, especially to most of the men watching this sport, and realize that rivalries, bitterness, it's really benefited the men's sport.
Correct.
And the women should get the same bounce.
Correct. We shouldn't hate on either side of anybody disliking each other because they're competing.
No, and the truth of the matter is, I'm hoping that Kaylin Clark and Reese don't like each other. Because that's what, man, when I show up to the gym on Saturday, dudes like, why are you mad at me? It ain't got nothing to do with you. You got the ball. I'm trying to get it from you. You trying to stop me.
Correct.
It's about this.
Correct.
As soon as we stop, whoever gets to 100, 110, whatever we go to that day, soon as we get there, it'll take me 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll put you right back on the normal citizen chart.
Yeah.
All right? My hate will go away.
So I was at a FAU basketball practice the other day. I don't know the guy's name. If I try, I won't even remember it. I wouldn't be. If you said, I wouldn't remember it. And he said, "How's Cris Carter?" I said, "He's doing fine as far as I know. How is it? Why are you asking?" And he said, "Dude, because I play basketball on the weekends, and when he walks in the door, we go, oh shit, he showed up."
The coach.
The
coaches. Yeah.
Oh shit, he showed up. And I was like, it's like that. He's like, it's like that the entire time. So I will echo that. That's what I've heard. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. He owns that. He owns
I'm willing to serve time, pay the fine, or whatever, or get off on good behavior because I leave it right there. I don't bring it home. I don't put it in my other relationships.
Just right there, bro.
I leave it right there.
Love it. So on the heels of the WNBA, Steph Curry says that NBA players are still underpaid. He's set to make $60 million this year. Recently joined Complex's Speedy Mormon for a wide range of conversation, which touched on the compensation. I think because of the way the CBA is structured right now, we can't participate in equity. And that's a big deal because it is a partnership with ownership. It's a partnership with a league. We're on the short term of that revenue. What are your thoughts on them not making enough money at $60 million or whatever it is a year?
Well, Steph, I don't agree with you as far as that portion that you should be able to participate. Did he say in ownership?
No, he's saying that he's not getting paid enough. Whether it's equity split, whatever, ownership should cut him some more money.
Well, your peers negotiated that deal. And the NBA deals have gradually improved to having great deals. But LeBron and Chris Paul and Dwayne Wade and all those guys, because they negotiated the last CBA. And remember, they wanted the ability to create these super teams.
Correct.
And then after that, the owners squashed that. Mm-hmm. And then also they put in that cap, that second level cap, that apron that you have to pay. Those things changed the game.
100%.
Because they're going to be able to pay, two players between $50 and $80 million.
Almost penalizes you for being real good in the draft when all dudes you got.
But
what do you do with
it makes the teams in the league, there's more chances of teams winning.
Correct.
There's more teams
parity.
that got enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the word I was looking for, parity. It's spread it around. So they're still making unbelievable amounts of money. Steph Curry and LeBron James, between the two of them, I think they're going to make about $120 million this year for a one-year deal.
Is that okay?
It seems to be okay. Now, Steph, that don't even happen to even touch the whatever 250, 300 million you already made.
Yeah, you already made already. And then your endorsements, everything you got rolling.
Yes.
Yeah. You be careful. Somebody's making $60,000 to play in the WNBA.
It's not bad for a little skinny kid from Davidson got bad ankles.
It ain't bad at all.
Oh man, my ankle's bad. Okay.
All right, so here are the five most, according to Bleacher Report, 5 most overrated NBA players. I'm just going to give them to you. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox.
I'm not in that, right?
No, you're not in it.
Because I know this summer. People have been asking me everywhere, Cris, how can those people say, you're over? I said, man, leave those kids alone.
They leave them alone.
I said, they're so cute.
It's NBA.
Okay,
it's not even the weekend hoops. You're not even in it.
But you see how it triggered.
I know it did. I wouldn't even read that.
I didn't even hear NBA, just overrated.
I wouldn't even read that without prepping you. Because I know it's a trigger. I can't go through that with you. De'Aaron Fox with the Spurs. Austin Reeves with the Lakers. Laren Jackson with the Grizzlies, our guy Tyler Hero with the Heat, and LaMelo Ball with the Hornets. What are your thoughts on those 5 guys?
Okay, let's go to LaMelo. The only reason why he's overrated because people might not like the name and the brand.
Yeah.
But he's really developed and played some outstanding basketball.
Yeah.
Like he is a very good point guard. I'm gonna stay away from great. People throw that great stuff around.
Yeah.
But his biggest issue is the games he's playing in, they don't mean anything.
Correct.
And when you're on a losing team, people hate your stat line. Oh, he's on a losing team. He's not a winner and everything. It's not his fault. He couldn't control that.
Correct.
He can't control where you're drafted, so I understand that. Tyler Hero is definitely overrated.
Yeah.
There is no way that he can be the best player on your team. You ain't got no championship. If you look at the tough guys in the Eastern Conference, if he's the best guy on your team, oh, no, you got and you have gotten so far away from
Heat basketball.
Heat basketball, Pat Riley. Let's say over the last 15 years, these have been their best players. Lonzo Mourning, D. Wade, Shaq, LeBron, Jimmy Butler. Like Tyler Hero's not in the same.
Chris Bosh is in the crew.
He's not in the same breath as those guys. So if he is your best player and you're the Miami Heat, you don't have a championship mentality. Jaren Jackson there in Memphis, I love his versatility because he can guard big guys. His perimeter game is nice. He can shoot the 3. He can put the ball on the ground at the hole. He can finish with his left or his right hand, and I do believe if Ja is healthier and they're able to create that continuity as far as a 1-2 punch, I believe that's kind of hurt his career, Ja not being healthy. But I don't believe that he's overrated by any stretch of the matter. My man Reeves for the Lakers. Now, there's a thing called black-white hate. And I do think because he's a white guy and he's athletic, I think there are some, people that might, but he's a really good NBA player. Overrated? What's the rating? Are you saying he's an all-star? No one says he's an all-star. But as far as a complimentary player, I believe he's a really good player. Now, when they got Luka, to me it seemed to take away from his game. And when Luka was struggling, he couldn't take over. So I don't know how well he fits in with the Luka, LeBron, and that partnership. To me, this is a huge offseason and start of the season for him because if it doesn't go well, I do believe he can be part of a trade.
Yeah.
Now, the fifth player, I'm trying to recall the name.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. Now, he's one of my favorite. Texas high school football player, played quarterback, got great size. Now, he's one of those kind of guys that he's not going to be on social media. He's not going to be generating attention for himself. He just goes home from work, nice and quiet. But when you're playing in Sacramento, as you could see, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when they was in the playoffs, when no one was calling him overrated. I mean, him and Malik Monk had carried them. They were playing some exciting basketball. But every 5 to 7 years, Sacramento, they lose their mind. And they just say, we're just going to dump it and go backwards. They've done that about 5 or 6 times in the last, 20 years or so. But I don't believe he's over. And if Wemby's able to get back to being healthy, they got Castle, Rookie of the Year, UConn,
stud,
a dog. And now they've added some other pieces. They're going to be a playoff team. And when they're a playoff team in the West, let's rehab this conversation about De'Aaron Fox, being overrated. So, no, I don't believe any of those guys except Tyler Hero down here in Miami. I've seen almost every shot he's put up his whole career.
You down with him being overrated?
Yes.
All right. So here are the ratings for the toughest conferences in football. So you got 8 down to 1.
Okay.
So I'm going to let's do this. Why don't you tell me what you believe the toughest conference in football will be this year?
Yeah, the NFC North.
Okay. NFC North
is not even close.
Okay. AFC West not even close.
AFC West?
They're not even close to the North. They're number 2, but they're not even close.
No, because the Raiders and the Chargers. Your top 2, your Raiders and Chargers. Okay. Say it's Chicago, and let's just say it's Green Bay.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
Those teams are not as good as those teams.
The Raiders and the Chargers are not as good as the Bears and the Packers.
Yes.
Oof. Okay. All right.
Now, could they be halfway through the season?
Yeah.
Because Harbaugh in his second year, Pete Carroll in his first year, but he's got the quarterback in Geno.
Yeah.
But I don't see Green Bay going backwards. In Chicago with Ben Johnson, man, to me, they might be, if they weren't in that division, they are the most underrated team in the NFL.
Okay.
I believe in Ben Johnson. Now, they haven't had a quarterback, throw for 4,000 yards. I mean, back to George Washington.
That's a minute. It's been a minute. Back to George Washington.
Ever, dog. In the history of the league. They're one of the franchises in the history.
Okay.
Never been done.
You're saying there's a chance it'll happen?
No, it's going to get done this year. They're going to throw for 4,000 yards. First time in, yes.
You look at the
you can
prop
mark
bet
that
on
down.
that. Andrew, put that prop bet in there for me.
No.
Figure out what the odds on that
right
is.
Now. Get it.
Yeah, we're going to get it right now before anybody even hears this.
And, okay, watch this. He's going to throw the ball to offensive linemen multiple times for touchdowns.
To offensive linemen.
Man, I watched
Put
mini
that in there,
camp.
too.
Bro, they're doing drills. The linemen are running down the field like this. They got and they're laughing. Man, they haven't had that much fun playing football. They're catching it over the shoulder.
Love it.
He's trying to figure out who's got the hands.
Okay.
Who's nice with the hands. So, Ben Johnson, I'm just telling you. He will be missed in Detroit. He is that special of a coach and play caller.
All right. So then you got, who's third strongest? You got the North, you got the West.
Let's go AFC North.
They have NFC East than AFC
I can
North.
say that because of Washington. Because of Washington. You're right.
So
and the
East.
Super Bowl champ.
Okay. Then AFC North.
I stand corrected on that one. Yeah, absolutely. They're way better. Yes.
Now, next after the North, they got the AFC East as the 5th strongest.
Okay, yeah, that's the middle pack. Yeah, that's good.
AFC South as the 6th.
Yeah, no, they can't.
NFC West as the 7th. And the one they believe the least in by far is the NFC South.
Of course.
Good with all those.
Yes.
Okay.
Good rating system.
And you are right on that. When you look at the AFC West, they were 40-28 last year. NFC North 45-23, but they were a plus 384 scoring margin. AFC West was plus 149. Three playoff teams. Walk you through the whole. But so those are your rankings on the conferences. You're good with those.
Yes, and I got another prop bet for you, and I don't know how you're going to work it. But,
we'll work it.
But after spending a couple days with the Minnesota Vikings, and it's not because my blood's purple and all that and everything. This is one of the best set of offensive and defensive lines the Vikings have had in a long time.
Okay.
They picked up Hargraves, who tore like his tricep, bicep, or pec last year in San Francisco. I mean, I don't know if people remember Hargraves when he was in Philadelphia pushing the pocket, because we really haven't had a massive pocket pusher. And then we signed a couple linemen, the center and the guard from the Colts, who got a great running game. And then we drafted Donovan Jackson, Ohio State, in the first round, who's going to be playing left guard. They got an all-pro left tackle and a really good O'Neal at right tackle. So J.J. McCarthy, bro, like, it's his second year, but it's really his rookie year. Skilled guys galore. The Vikings are going to surprise some people because they can go after you in a lot of different ways.
So what's the prop bet? The Vikings win a championship?
I'm just gathering information. I give it to you.
Okay, I can do
what I want. You're
going to
be able to solicit.
You got to see what the odds are the Vikings win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, probably
pull that up.
that.
Okay, that's
now.
not bad.
Now the Vikings have a history of winning a lot of games in the regular season.
Yeah,
now,
agreed.
I much rather have this team lose a few more, but be a better matchup. Remember last year against the Rams, they were a bad matchup. The Rams ran through them. In Philadelphia, they were lucky they didn't see them.
Correct.
But now they got Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle from Washington, also against Hargraves, with all them rushers and B-Flow blitzing, that blitzking.
All right.
Okay.
And McCarthy, with them surrounding him, he could be all right. He could do it.
Yes.
He'll be a Super Bowl quarterback.
Yes.
Plus 2,800. Those are good odds. We're going to put some money on that.
I told McCarthy in the team meeting because, it's going to be launched today. I'll make sure we get it. The Madden people and the Vikings had called me to present Justin Jefferson with his 99 rating.
Oh,
this is there's only 6 players in the league that have the 99 rating.
Yeah.
And this is I think his first time starting the season with one. He's converted. Once he's got to the season, they upgrade him.
That's great.
He's starting the season, so they have this diamond chain 99 on it. So I break into the team meeting, myself and Johnny Randall, and present it to him. And I told J.J. McCarthy, I said, yes, I am a Buckeye, but this purple Viking stuff means so much to me that I'm willing to cheer for a fucking Michigan man. Okay? I'm willing to drop all that and cheer for you as you play for our team.
That's right.
All right? He was like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I was like, okay. Right. Then I said, now I'm going to get to what I'm supposed to be here for. Let's get to JJ.
Yes. But just so you know, I'm cheering for you.
But I told him, I'm pulling for you.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it. It's your turn.
Across the finish
I told him
line.
it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see if it's his turn. We're going to put some money on it. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
All right. Comments.
Now, he told me if I can go out and spy and get the information, get the signals of the defenses like he had at Michigan, that would help out this whole situation. But
you said I don't
I said, we in the league. I said, people aren't already been popped for that.
That didn't work out so well.
No.
I ain't no Bill Belichick. I ain't got that figured out. No, I'm good, bro. So, all right. Last PME. That had to be toxic environment. Once everyone knew how she got her shows and moved up at Fox Sports, I'm sure there were rumors, but once it was confirmed, she was done. I'm guessing he's talking about Joy, which we were talking about.
No, I don't. I think that the nature of the business.
Correct.
When you have a lawsuit, that's a game changer. And people are mentioned in the lawsuit because Joy didn't bring a lawsuit. Someone else, and Joy's name is in there.
Correct.
So now it becomes it really didn't matter how talented it was. I mean, is she good at her job? Like, that, it's not even part of the evaluation.
Correct.
It's been, how are we able to move forward? But she got some talent. Oh, she will be working.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Oh, she'll be gainfully employed soon.
At Silver_79, the WNBA's problem, like many other sports, is viewership. I don't know about that. I think that's going pretty good. But for better or worse, people don't watch like they do other sports. Take yourself seriously. Stop the foul show. Lower the rim to dunk. and get refs that actually officiate the game, the viewership will come and it will bring the money. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, people are watching the game.
Yeah.
Your numbers are wrong there. They're not being compensated for the viewers that are watching. That's what the problem, with the collective bargaining agreement. There's no revenue sharing, so they're only going to get a certain amount. I do believe Shaq was the first one that said
Correct.
it. He piggybacked on that and said lower the rim, which has allowed the women to dunk the basketball, which is the only thing that you don't see WNBA compared to the NBA. Skill set, dribbling, nice. Depth shooting the ball, nice. Steph Curry's got somebody to match him with a logo 3. All those things are nice. I do believe it would change the viewership and I believe it's an interesting take as far as lowering the rim and how more men
Do you think they should do it?
I would like to see it, and I would like to see how the game – everyone's been shooting at a 10-foot rim, though. Yeah. So to me, there's only a handful of people that can dunk. So now – why am I changing the game for a handful of people when all these little girls been shooting on 10-foot?
What would they lower it to? What are they? Was Shaq even tell what he's saying? Did he even give a?
I would say 6 inches. You can't lower it more than that.
Okay, so 9.5 feet. How many people can dunk in WNBA roughly? If you're guessing,
I would say 10% of them can dunk.
Okay.
Yeah, if you lower it 6 inches. Now you lower it a foot to 9 feet. You getting ready to get some Dominique Wilkins. You getting ready to get some.
It'd be like I got out in the pool there.
You're gonna be like everyone gonna look like Vince Carter soaring through the lane.
That might be good to watch.
No.
Now as a shooter, how much that screw up their shooting?
I don't know that. I'd have to ask the shooter, but I do believe all them reps and everything. It can only help. Mm-hmm. There's no way the percentages go up because the angle that you got to create to get the ball into the cylinder, it's lower. So now, and I do believe, and then you get more depth. They can shoot the ball from even further if the rim's lower. Yes.
So they should maybe try it, pilot it, do some preseason stuff, give it a shot.
What I would like to do is do one of those maybe 3-on-3 leagues.
Got it.
And then see it because we can see how exciting it would be. Give it a little test. I don't believe this should be on Broadway first rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to be off Broadway. We need to be
see how it goes.
Yeah, we need to be off Broadway. Maybe down like Atlantic City.
I would like. That's a good call. I would like to see it. Goes bad in AC. Nobody's really going to know it's in Atlantic City, so you'll be
test
good.
It out.
It's not Broadway. All right, Nate is Shine. The data says the WNBA has never made a profit in 30 years. I don't know that they have made a profit. I don't know that anybody said they were making a profit for all these years either.
No, we understand. We understand that the marketing, we understand that the business plan, all those things, but it's a good business model. Right. It's just like any other business that we would be going out and try to acquire. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the data. Let's look at where the future is. Hey, do they have a niche? Yeah, they have a niche.
Well, they also never had a multi-billion-dollar TV deal either. Like that's only going to continue.
Yeah, let's compare it to something that's real.
Correct. Continue to go up. That's a contract TV deal.
Yes.
Guaranteed money. Arizona Fit Ventures. Ain't like they're out there holding up signs. Joy Taylor, go. Joy out there for the hose. Let's go. I'm dying over here. CC literally dead. Man, you're my favorite receiver of all time for the Vikes. I've been a fan since Super Bowl 70s. You signed a photo for my son Lance at, I believe it was a Sears store back in St. Paul in the day.
Okay.
Way to always keep it real, man. Keep bringing the fire and the pods the way you always brought it on the field.
Oh, thank you.
That was very well worth. Thank you, Arizona Fit Ventures. That was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Media.
I had to be signed autograph up in Sears. I don't travel to unless my car was broke down or something. That's what Sears will do for you.
That's what my mom. That's how we got a washing machine, Sears.
Oh, no, for real.
The
appliances.
Plan. You better
absolutely.
believe it.
Yes. No money down.
Only way we could get one. Yeah. Sears. That was it. We didn't have no dishwasher. We had hands. We didn't have no dishwasher. Every once in a while, we didn't have a dryer either. We used a washer, and you hang the clothes, even though it was Connecticut. So during the winter, don't wash as much. It doesn't get warm.
It's hard for me to feel for you because I'm in the housing projects. I got to walk up to the top of the hill.
We
have a little laundromat on the top. So what I used to do is I'm up there washing my stuff. I put people on the watch out. Hey, I'm going to be down at the basketball court. There's a couple tokens.
Yeah.
If it stops, go ahead and flip them in the dryer.
That's right.
Don't take my stuff out and put it out here wet.
That's right.
Don't do that.
That is right. You got that right.
I was bullying people back then.
Back then?
Well, I didn't.
You continued. There's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Don't pretend like back then.
Well, that's when it started.
And that's how it's continued. Media Liars, Liarz. Cris Carter got me hollering. Go, Joy, go out there for the hose. Berna Dondon 0495. I'd be interested to hear what
I forgot I said that. You know something? Someone in Minnesota told me, hey, you keep popping up in my feed with these sports stories. I said, I haven't even done anything. I've been on vacation. I went back in and did a podcast and went right back on the road. They were like, Joy Taylor. I was like, oh, okay.
There you go. Well, it keeps coming up in here, too. So, Berna Dondon 0495. I'd be interested to hear what Cece thinks about the current NFL Players Association situation, resignation of Lloyd Howell, and the J.C. Treader situation, the collusion of owners in the league. Prime example, Colin Kaepernick. Granted, that has not one thing to do with the other. That was just an example. But there is proven collusion, but then you have the resignation of someone using NFL money to do things that have nothing to do with the NFL. In your opinions of the state of the NFL Players Association itself, surely you know more about it than I do. And the man stepping down from his position and all the controversy that came with it. Great show, fellas, as always. Keep up the good work. Mm-hmm. Y'all stay safe and keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I'm glad to be able to speak on this. And it is very, very upsetting that because we have really 2 or 3 generations of NFL players depending on the current regime to do the right stuff. Because a lot of times when we go into these negotiations, the players that played in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, the current regime and the current players could care fucking less. They could care less. So they don't negotiate anything for the players of the past. Okay. And you could see that the last deal they did was not in the best interest of all the players. And people have complained about it. It was not a great deal for our players. And now information is coming out that the owners and the Players Association colluding information, like that information would have helped the players. We knew. Lamar Jackson, we knew when Deshaun Watson, when he got the guaranteed contract, we knew the owners got together because it's common sense. You try to act like, no, we didn't speak these. Absolutely they did. But I would say, and, you know, Gene Upshaw's rolling in his grave, a former player, really established a union, got us the best deals, and got everything that they can have the success that they have now. The people we have working, the people that resign, I mean, you take them out to the pasture and put a hole in their thigh, all right? Leg them and hope they limp the rest of their life. There's a scarlet letter for doing it. I hope that's him calling me right now. Is that him? No. I did a informal interview about potentially joining the Players Association with at least one of the people that has resigned. And I did that in London last year. Oh, I'm taking over, getting ready to do big thing. And I know you've been an NFL guy. I said, yeah, I'm an NFL guy, but I'm a union guy too. But the league's taking better care of me than the union. Right. Roger and Troy Vincent, they look after me better than the union. And, of course, subsequently I didn't pursue that opportunity. And it's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting, especially when you got your own money. If you want to do whatever you want in your private time, that's fine. But don't be taking the players' money. Right. Like, it really upsets me because every game, players are out there, every practice out there risking their neck. They can get their neck broke in football. Like, you can die in the game of football. Every single day, so our executives can travel around and do all these other things with the credit card, the money that's coming from the Players Association. No, it's disgusting. It's very, very immature. And it lets you know they should have never even hired him. Yeah. He shouldn't have been in the competition of who's going to lead. Like, what's a more powerful association than the National Football League's retired? Like, what's more powerful? And then we got some idiots, guys not confident. And guess what? There's a thing called research. There's a thing called background checks. Guess what? the guy you hired was doing the same thing at his previous job. That's why they let him go. If I can find that out,
then I'm sure as hell hoping you could in your research.
So it's disastrous. There's never been in my lifetime, and another reason why this is so exciting, when I got drafted into the league, we went on strike a week later. So I've always been about the union. I've been always, my whole experience, man, the first day I got to the office, it was about the union. We went on strike a week later, end up missing 5 weeks, 5 paychecks. They had the scabs out there playing. I didn't end up playing my first NFL game till November of my rookie year.
How bad was that, scab football?
It was terrible.
I remember that.
I mean, imagine, okay, because right before we went on strike, we tried to fake it and go back to work. They told us, no, you can't come back. We got other people take your job. So imagine sitting outside a Veterans Stadium, and they got these scab football players that they're bodyguarding them, getting them in and everything. Like, oh, you suck, you got cut. Oh, you're not a player. You played in the CFL. Like, these guys took our job.
Yeah, no doubt.
They took our pay, and they kept playing out there. Let you know, man, they will play with anybody.
Yeah.
If you give them a choice. So it was awful. We ended up getting a good deal out of it, but we had to go on strike for that.
Yeah.
And that's what put the other subsequent deals we've done after that in place, that we could get the type of bumps and raises and have the type of guarantees that we have now.
Correct.
But it's disgusting. It's very, very disappointing.
That's too bad. And it is my bad. It's Bama Dondon. I was saying Barna. Bama Dondon 0495. Thank you, bro.
Okay, yes.
Southside Tone 99. If there is any quarterback I want to be in the NFL besides Mahomes, is Hurts. Allen and Lamar are chasing regular season MVPs, and Hurts is chasing and going to Super Bowls. Then a response says unknown NQ5HJ. Mahomes is way overrated. That boy needs referees' help for 3 straight years. So what are your thoughts on
First, Patrick Mahomes, he can't be overrated.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
Right. Tell me one NFL quarterback that thinks Patrick Mahomes is overrated, because that's where you those are his peers.
Nobody.
And as far as Jalen Hurts, people are just jealous of the team that he plays for.
Correct.
Josh Allen has an incredible resume, but there have been a couple of franchises since he's been in the league, that being Philadelphia, 1 win, a couple Super Bowl appearances, and Patrick Mahomes. Besides Joe Burrows, yes, Lamar's not responsible for Andrews. Yeah, Andrews don't want to do no interviews. Catch the ball. If you don't want to do no interviews, you drop the ball. Catch the ball going in.
Correct.
A year before that, Zay Flowers. That is not my guy's fault. Mm-hmm. He's delivering the groceries to guys. Hey, man, they didn't do their part.
And he didn't say nothing about them dropping the ball?
No. Nothing at all.
No.
So this is the ultimate team sport. You are dependent upon your players. And, man, Lamar Jackson has done the best that he could do with Baltimore. And would he be amazing in Philadelphia, given the running stuff? Of course he would be.
Josh Allen.
But so would yes. But you can't. I mean, that's what people used to always say with Jerry Rice, man. He's got 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. That ain't his fault.
Yeah.
And he maximized them guys.
And by the way, he helped them become the quarterback they were because of who he was in the field. I mean, he's open.
Yeah.
He catches the ball.
They figured out pretty quick. That guy's going to be open, and guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm going to get it to him as soon as I can.
You better believe it.
And it was magical.
You better believe
that
it.
ain't his fault. That's
100%.
Take advantage of who you are, where you are, and what you got to work with. Everyone doesn't have the same materials to work with, but you all got to cook up a meal. Like, I didn't have the same ingredients in Minnesota. Don't nobody care. How many numbers you got this year? 90? How many touchdowns you got? 8, 10? All right, how many yards you got? 13, 14? They don't care.
Right.
Who threw it to you? They don't care. They don't care.
All right, Bishop Steiner. Kind of a shame about Speak. Pierce was good. Joy actually was a good host. Not a damn fool like Acho, Shady, James Jones, and such. How in the hell the first crew with idiots like Nick Wright are still on, I don't know.
Well, Nick Wright is a favorite at Fox and has been, even when they found him and paired us up together, you could see that they thought he was going to be another version of Colin Cowherd, and they're trying to build that. And they have to have an East Coast presence.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have all those shows operating out the West Coast. You have to have an East Coast presence, and you have to have a presence at that time of the day. So they will launch other shows. But, I mean, all those shows, they're taking a bath on. Like, all those shows, this is just to set them up for football on Sundays.
Correct.
Because they have the TV contract. Right. If they didn't have the football TV contract, they wouldn't have those shows.
No.
And they tried to compete with ESPN. They hired all these people from ESPN, and it's been a failure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are not ESPN. They are not ESPN. That's what they thought FS1 was going to be, ESPN, ESPN2. It's not.
Yeah. All right, Ron Simmons, 80-34. CC brings the truth in a mature manner. Mike B. Numb, BA6. I like this. He's like, you're reading my comment no matter what. He said, get Randy Moss on the show. I'm going to say it every time to y'all. Address it in y'all's comments section. Ha. I know CC and Moss had spats over the years, but it'd be great to see y'all sit down and talk about y'all's Viking days.
Well, that's not true. Randy Moss and I have never had a spat. No recent, no way back, no. We've had one guest on this show, and it's Stephen A. Smith.
That's right.
And I know Moss enough that Moss is not trying to be doing podcasts.
Correct.
Like, the only media he's going to be doing is for ESPN. Mm-hmm. So why would I try to set myself up for something like that?
Correct.
You know, just because you work with people doesn't mean that they're going to be making themselves readily available. That's not his brand. That's not what he
mm-hmm.
like.
Got it. There's your answer.
Maybe if we set up a fishing trip or something like that, we're like, dog, I'm in.
We might do it right out here.
They got some fish.
We definitely got some fish.
Right. If I can fish and talk at the same time, dog, I'm in.
Ahmad, 23-24. Cam is leaving out one very important part about Jalen Hurts. That separates Hurts from him and most quarterbacks' leadership. Jalen Hurts is a great leader. That's Jalen Hurts' best quality as a quarterback. Okay.
Jalen Hurts' best quality is he's a great person. And he has unbelievable resilience. And at every level, people have doubted his ability.
Correct.
And he's been able to overcome how people see him compared to how he sees himself is his number one asset and one of the many reasons why he's been successful and will continue to be successful.
I'm going to tell you what, and this has nothing to do with nothing aside from as a personal, watching him in the championship and watching him come out and Tua go in and watching the way he was with the whole thing made me feel bad about myself as a human being. Like, I was like, that is the way people should conduct themselves. That is the way people should handle adversity. Right. That is the way people should put team above self.
Well, there's no one in pro sports has that resume.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't throw the ball. Oh, I'm getting ready to bench you. Getting ready to win a national championship. Yeah. Now, you are on the biggest stage, Alabama. Correct. Roll Tide. Correct. Nick Saban.
Everybody in the world watching.
You go to a passing guru, Oklahoma. Yeah. Work on passing game. Team captain there. Win there.
Yep.
Then get drafted. Win the position in Philadelphia.
Yep.
That's all people continue to do.
But I mean, just from a personal watching from afar, you're like,
Makes
man,
sense.
that's impressive.
Yes.
Walden Parker, 1161.
Grown man stuff.
Grown man shit.
Yeah.
Walden Parker, 1161. Jalen Hurts, the top three current quarterback. Daryl, Biggie, Galloway. The most overrated quarterback in the last 5 or 6 years has been yours truly. I don't know how it's yours truly. That'd be if you're referring to yourself. But he's yours truly. He's jumping in with Justin Herbert. Don't understand the love affair the media has with this dude. It's downright unnatural. What do you think about Justin?
No, Justin Herbert is not overrated. All right? He's had 2 head coaches since he's been in the league. And you can see, defensively, they haven't been really good. They've had unbelievable amount of injuries surrounding him. Their defense has been up and down spite. Their special teams have been awful. He's not over. It's hard to live up to 6'5", 225, 230, look like you should be surfing, look like you could be a model. Like his numbers are not overrated.
Right.
Like, he's got the numbers. He just doesn't have enough wins and playoff wins. Mm-hmm. That's the next level for him, and that's what Harbaugh is responsible for Bill getting. But I don't believe that he's overrated. He's also in an era that we have the best throwers we've ever had in the history of the league. So you have to analyze that along the way. And he's still very young in his career.
Correct. And then to your point, I got to give my man.
His whole career, Patrick Mahomes has been in his division.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid.
Yeah.
They have dominated pro football since he's been in pro football. That's his fault? No, that's not his fault.
A comment back to that had a lot of replies. This one was exposing the truth 5188 that said, interesting. I thought the same thing until I looked at his numbers compared to the rest of the quarterbacks. So to your point, like I thought it and I looked at some numbers. I like this guy. So average vet, whoever it is, I don't know why the word corny. He said Cris Carter is corny. Smokey Edwards, I had only read it because this. Smokey Edwards 6637 said, why are you watching him then? To me, that's corny as fuck. Watching someone you think is corny, that's real cornball shit right there. I like that Smokey Edwards 6637.
Yeah.
Dart, I know, but it's just Dart Rub. That show with Joy Taylor was atrocious. I couldn't even sit through clips on YouTube. They all, caps, should be fired. Chris Johnson 4039. CC's a damn fool. Joy for the hose. This is why he needed a podcast. Keeping it a buck.
I mean, who else is doing it? I mean, who else is taking their platform and saying, hey, the ladies doing this, they need to make this more legal. Hey, keep that party going. This need to be regulated.
Nobody pointed out.
They need to be able to maximize, monetize that situation.
And people loved it. Slab817 said that was epic, that comment. Lee's Cohen, I agree with you. I grew up with CC in Ohio. Scott Z5V3Y. This show is great. I'm the same age as Chris and a lifelong Minnesotan and Vikes fan. I watched CC for many years. Skull Vikes.
Thank you, Skull.
Jollies 596. 100% real show. Thanks, guys. Oh, that's the last one we got here. Yeah. Hold on. Nope, that was ones we started with, man. I'm going to read those back again. So that is the show. First of all, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you always being here. Appreciate what you pour into. Appreciate what you teach all of us. I love listening to shit and hope it's entertaining to y'all. Keep subscribing. Like, hey, we want to go to 20 million a lot faster. We went to our first 10. We'll get to the next 10.
I promise we get to 20 million, I won't be corny.
You won't. You'll still be you. But you won't, I don't even know what that yet. I have no response to that. But we appreciate your support. There will be one more episode of that, right? One more. At Hard Knocks drops Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, so you don't want to miss that.
Let's do it.
Cris Carter, Shawn, Mike, we'll see y'all soon. Thanks for the support.